Hello, everybody. We are so glad to have you here, and welcome to Real People, Real Stories, where we're highlighting people just like you and me, just average, normal people who have done some phenomenal things and taking some phenomenal products. And we've had a lot of good success with redox signaling molecules. I'm Kathleen Oliveri. Joining us today is also Dr. Barbie Phillips, my co-host, and our guest today is Teresa, and we're so glad to welcome her here today. And just a little bit of a disclaimer before we actually begin. If you are new to redox signaling molecules, we are going to be sharing some information, but it's not designed to prevent, diagnose, treat, cure, or do any of that kind of stuff for any type of medical disease or condition. Now, what are redox signaling molecules? They are molecules that are in our body, they're native to our body, and they help our bodies heal itself. That's just the easiest way to think about them. They help our good cells get stronger and better, and they also help communicate to those cells that don't need to be around anymore. So they are a very significant part of our health. So I'm going to now kick it over to my co-host, Dr. Barbie Phillips. Please introduce yourself and then also introduce our wonderful guest today.
All right. Thank you, Kathleen. My name is Dr. Barbie Phillips, and I am from Fargo, Oklahoma. I am a chiropractic physician for people and animals, and I've been involved with the ASEA for 3.5 years. So I'm super excited to bring to you tonight Teresa Martinez, and we are excited to hear about your journey, Teresa. And I'm just going to get started about asking a question of really what piqued your interest in ASEA. And then what was your life like before ASEA and then now after taking ASEA? So I'm going to let you chime in. We do not have voice now.
Thank you for having me. I was trying to be quiet while you were talking. So yeah, I just want to say thank you for having me, and with just, permission to share my journey. I really do appreciate y'all. So a little bit about my background. I've always been in the health and wellness industry for about 21 years, as a massage practitioner. And so for me, I've always looked into holistic ways to help either myself or my clients to heal, whether it's mindful things, for the body or for the spirit. My practice is all about mind, body, spirit, holistic wellness. So for me, this was a no-brainer. Like, I've always said natural. And whenever I was introduced to the redox molecules and they told me it was native, that really intrigued me. And so for me, with just, like I said, my history and wellness practices, and being in the industry of, helping people feel better with a massage. And then I became a doula and really was helping, mothers through their prenatal and postnatal journey, and just started incorporating different modalities like energy healing and all types of things that just to help the body overall, right? And so when I learned how this was cellular, like I had never heard of anything that helped my clients at the cellular level. And during the time, it was the pandemic. And honestly, I don't know how your businesses were impacted, but my business was impacted, significantly because it was really hands-on. So all that came to a halt. So basically before, ASEA crossed my path, I was struggling, not with just my business, but I started worrying like if I was going to get the virus and if I was going to get sick. So really like looking at ways to help my immune system build, stronger. So stop me if I'm rambling too much.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
And so then, so basically during that time of the pandemic, I was having some discomfort in my gut, but I knew it wasn't related to any of these symptoms that a lot of people were experiencing. And because it was a gut discomfort, I thought, well, let me try, all my little tools and my natural remedies and see if anything helped. And really nothing really helped. That discomfort was still in my gut. And so the person that introduced me was Tammy Garcia, and she said, well, this is native. Why don't you give it a try? And so sure enough, I said, no, I don't have nothing to lose. And so literally within 48 hours of drinking the liquid form of the molecules, just basically just helped my gut feel better. It was like a detox. It just helped flush out my intestines. I know this is probably a little bit too much information, but literally it was just like a detox of my gut. And within, like I said, that 48-hour window, because I felt so much better, and I was really just astonished, like, okay, so if that helped me that quickly, what is the Renew 28, the gel do? Because it's a very it's a topical, and I'm always, again, looking for topical things to put on to my clients in my massage practice and whatnot. The gel has just been a really amazing tool in my practice now that I'm back into business and utilizing it into my clients' wellness, health and wellness.
That is wonderful. So what kind of changes are you actually seeing with your clients? Because you're in that healthcare world. Is there anything that you can tell us that you're experiencing from your clients with the use of them?
Yes. So a lot of people that come to any massage practitioner is either, discomfort in the muscles or discomfort in the joints at some point. What I always tell my clients is that, discomfort is always coming from something deeper, like the root of something else. And so for them, they're open to try just about any alternative remedy, right? And so what they're seeing is just by utilizing the topical gel, during the massage, actually, when I do apply it during the massage, I'll use the gel, but then I also use the spray. So I always use the liquid bottle and with the spray, and spray it after I massage them. I spray it on their body. And so it's just really neat to see how they jump off the table like a new person. Basically, they're like, oh my gosh, that was just 5 minutes, or this was just 15 minutes. Because I do chair massages, then I do full body massages. And so just the amount of time that I'm able to have hands-on with some of my clients, they're just like amazed at how much mobility they have. Like, when they first started, maybe they had some discomfort in their shoulder, and now they're able to move and have more mobility, fluidity in those areas that they first initially came in. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes people are seeing that inflammation, that's another thing. Like a lot of my clients that come in don't realize how inflammation is something that is causing some of that discomfort. So just by incorporating the daily liquid of the molecules helps to reduce that inflammation, and they just overall feel better. So I can go on. There's so many things that I've seen.
That's great. So let me ask you this question. I know you've been in the healthcare world for quite some, a lot of years. So are you seeing a difference now with utilizing the ASEA products, the topical gel and the liquid, and the progress of some of your clients versus before you used that with clients? Do you see a difference in how they're responding to your care?
Absolutely. That's a huge, significant difference, definitely. And I take that because a lot of the things that I've used in my practice have all been just temporary relief, topical creams that are just, going to help soothe and relieve it for, I can't even tell you how much time, but it's temporary. And with this, because I explain how it penetrates an inch and a half underneath the skin. I mean, that I do deep tissue work. I mean, I'll use this elbow to, to really get in there and do some deep work. But what I'm finding is that I don't have to use my body as much. I don't have to use so much of my strength and energy, because this is already penetrating so deep that it's just, naturally helping their body to do what it's supposed to do, right? To feel better.
That is great. So not only is it helping them respond, and it sounds like respond better for longer, but
Mhm.
it must also make a difference for you with your recovery from working on your clients in long days. Can you tell me a little about that?
Yeah, so a massage practitioner's pretty much career span is between 5 and 10 years. And I've been doing this for 21 years. Okay. And there's been times that I just, I definitely want to give up and want to stop. But with the pandemic, it did give me enough time to take a break and really see where I want my business to go. And so when I see the molecules cross my path, I was like, I got to share this with people. And the only way I can do that is if I get it on people's bodies. And so this is definitely something that has helped me with my hands because I was having some discomfort in my hands. And on occasion, I still wake up on occasion, but not nearly as much as it was before. That's why I was getting burnt out. So this has really just kind of helped me gain that energy and motivation to move forward with my business and helping, different people that are open to this in different ways. So I really love that I'm able to talk about cellular fitness and cellular health now, as opposed to before, which is like, the mind, body, spirit wellness and, holistic approaches to help the body heal. And so it really has been a game changer.
That's great. And it sounds like that it's going to help you with the longevity of your career. Would you agree with that for sure?
Yes. So I will be retiring as a massage practitioner. Guaranteed that will happen in the near future. So yes, for me, I definitely want to get away from the physical, wear and tear, which I absolutely love. But there's a lot of massage practitioners I know that are out there that can continue doing this job. But yes, this is definitely something I'm passionate about and have been, as you can see, as long as I've been doing it.
So, would you take just a moment for those that maybe are not familiar with the products that would be looking at this video and watching it later? How do you introduce, say, the Renew 28 to someone and do like a sample test with them and show them how it's actually working very quickly and how it can help them?
Right. So with my practice and routine is I always like to do the stability test that we do with the Renew 28. And so what that may look like is I'll do the stability movements, the balance movements before they even get on the chair or the table. And I talk to them about what, I'm about to apply to their body and how this is something that is going to help, their body to restore, rejuvenate. And then after they get off the table, after applying, of course, the Renew 28, then we do the same stability test. So it's the before and the after that they really see, and feel, right? Because honestly, if I didn't use the Renew 28 and I just did the massage and they got off the table and then I just, did the same test, I don't think it would have that much of a like, whoa, like impact on how different they feel in their body and their cellular body, right? Because there's so many people that are more sensitive than others. And so more people can feel a difference quicker than others as well, because all of our bodies are so different. But I can tell you that just by doing that kind of protocol, like do the test first, have them get on, do the massage with the product, and then afterwards do the same test. And they're just they feel stronger, they're more flexible. They know, they can just really tell me that they just feel a difference.
It sounds like that's pretty quick too. So that's pretty exciting. Do you find a difference? Because I know that hydration is really important with utilizing these products. Do you see a difference, just out of curiosity, between patients that are well hydrated and ones that are not? Or do you find that it works most of the time anyway?
So your question is if the ASEA molecules works with every patient, even if they're hydrated or, dehydrated, or
if you do the gel test, and I just was curious, and you find your patients that kind of don't follow directions, don't stretch, don't drink water, those kind of things, do you find that they still get a response as opposed to the ones that follow your directions?
I see what you're saying. Yes, I definitely. I know one thing that I tell my clients after doing a massage is like, okay, your body just went through like a detox, your body released a lot of toxins. So it's vital for anyone that is getting a massage just in general to drink more fluids and water. So that's something that I always remind my clients after a session with me. But yes, this is something that works on anybody, like whether you're, haven't drank your, certain amount of ounces of water that day before our session or not, it's still going to work. But it's also a great reminder that if you are taking these molecules, that you definitely need to intake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Increase your intake.
So that's exciting about all of that. And I really appreciate you sharing that. I do have a question. I know ASEA has other products, so can you briefly explain to us maybe some of the other products that you use and ones that you really like and what they've done for you?
Yes, so the Cell Performance product line is one of my favorites as well. So the energy in the afternoon, that's something that if I'm feeling a little just low in energy or feeling a little drained just from doing a lot of physical work, then I can just drink the energy and just have this kind of boost, for several hours actually into the evening. That's one of my favorite. I have been using the Renew Advanced Skin line for, gosh, probably about a year now. Um, that right there alone, just the skin line and using the Renew 20 in between has been a really game changer, I think, for my skin in general. But the Redox clay mask, oh my gosh. So that just came out recently and I've incorporated that into my little skincare routine, morning and night. I don't use the clay mask every day, of course, like I do the Renew Advanced. But I can tell a significant difference. And the clay mask, it's funny because in my practice, the Renew 28, something I go to and use on people's body, but I like to experiment with the clay mask to see if this will help with, joint discomfort or maybe some muscle discomfort. So it's been fun.
Awesome. Well, you look very radiant, so I figured you were probably using those products. You look great.
Thank
So,
you.
all right. Well, I really appreciate you sharing your story and sharing information with us. It's so exciting to hear how it's really helped you in your business. And of course, we hope that you can continue to serve your wonderful clients for a long time because I know that they will want that. I do want to open it up if there are any questions from our viewers tonight. If you want to unmute yourself and ask Teresa any questions, we'd like to open that up right now. Or you could even put a question in the chat if you have a question there. All right. And well, what I will wrap up with then, if there's no questions, is just inviting each person out there to join us again in 2 weeks, where we're going to talk to another real person and hear the real stories of how Redox has affected their life in a positive way. And if you want to contact myself or Kathleen or Teresa, you can contact us on Facebook. You can contact my clinic, Creation Chiropractic, and that is at 580-698-2852. And Teresa, once again, we are just so happy that you could join us tonight. We appreciate your time, and we just will see each other in a couple weeks then.
Absolutely. Thank you all for your time tonight. And yes, if anybody wants to reach me, they can reach me on Instagram at Roots and Remedy is the name of my business, Roots and Remedy, all spelled out.
Very good. Kathleen, do you have any closing comments?
No, but I learned a lot tonight about massage therapist, and I was very intrigued by some of the things that you said. So thank you very much for sharing. I'm so glad that that we've had some people join us tonight and to learn more. And so thank you so much, Teresa.
Thank you both. Y'all have a blessed rest of your night.
All right. Have a great night. And we'll see everyone in a couple of weeks. Good night.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.